What's going on, Diecast Racing fans, and welcome back to EP Videos. I am your host, EP, and we're continuing the rally tournament here at Pikes Peak. We'll go ahead and introduce you to groups 5 and 6. Now, if you want to check any of these drivers' career stats, visit redlinederby.com. Our top driver is Crazy Canuck, Summer Pan, Doc, and Numbskull. Numbskull will be sitting in our pole position, driving from the state of Michigan, driving for Numbskull Racing. Now, there is high hopes for Numbskull with his career stats of 23 podium stands, 11 first place career wins. That is a phenomenal score. And check out Numbskull just ripping through Pikes Peak. These other three drivers just doing their best to keep up and getting a little bit tangled there at the finish line. Numbskull setting the bar really high and making these other three drivers a little nervous, I would think, with that outstanding speed. It was even difficult for the cameraman to keep up, trying to keep all of the group together, not able to follow Numbskull all the way to the finish. And I'm curious if Numbskull set a new track record, and he does, 14.61. That will put him at the top with Speedy G just behind him. Crazy Canuck sitting in our pole position, driving for White Knuckle Racing, coming to us from Canada, driving for the A team. Crazy Canuck holding his first place position, with Numbskull following close behind and getting tangled up, and the whole group manages to come back together. Numbskull pushing back for the second place position, stealing away from Summer Pan. Now check out Crazy Canuck. We don't have the best camera angle, so we'll go to the sky cam, but he does his best to hold off Numbskull, and here comes Summer Pan trying to capitalize on that. As they are bunched up here, check out Numbskull. Somehow he just manages to hit the gas, ram into Crazy Canuck, and keep himself in that second place position. And Doc, I don't know who you're flipping around to check out there. There's nobody behind you, buddy. 16.55. Fairly slow track time. Summer Pan sitting in the pole position. Summer Pan drives for Grumpy Cloud, coming from the state of Washington, and check out Crazy Canuck blows a tire, and Doc is leading the pack. Numbskull coming in to challenge Summer Pan, and Doc having a nice lead in front of the group. Crazy Canuck pops a tire coming out of that first 90-degree turn, earning himself a DNF. Doc does a great job at staying ahead of Numbskull and Summer Pan, and Numbskull fights for that second place position, but Summer Pan manages to hold him off. We'll go ahead and get back to the top of the track to check out Crazy Canuck. I think that's an easy repair, just have to replace that tire, and we'll get him back on the track here. Moving into our last and final lap. This is a double elimination, so only two cars will be moving on, and currently Numbskull is holding the lead with Doc in second place. Summer Pan and Crazy Canuck are going to have to fight hard if they want to stay in this. Doc holding a nice lead in front of the group, but here comes Numbskull taking that first place position from Doc, and he again is ripping through the track. We can't even keep up with him, sticking with the group in the back, and here he comes. I am curious if Numbskull just set another track record. Watch out, Doc. Numbskull is coming in hot. Woo! Man, oh man. Just ripping through the track. Now, a little bit of information on Doc. He comes in from Doc's Speed Shop, driving from the state of Missouri. Recently took the first place position in Surf's Up. And there are leaders, Doc with 12 points and Numbskull 15. But check out that track time, 14.41. That is a new top track time for Pikes Peak. Wow, that is so fast. I am curious if anyone will be able to top that time. We'll see in our upcoming events. We have some pretty cool events coming up. We'll introduce you now to Group 5. El Guapo at the top there, Lone Star, Leon James, and Misunderstanding. Yeah, that is Misunderstanding. Sitting in our pole position is Leon James. This is a rookie driver for Spoolheads Racing coming from the state of Utah. Now Leon James has managed to pull out a first place podium stance at Rainier Rally Racing Tournament in 2022. And he is holding his own, oh my gosh, gets sideways and now upside down. The other three drivers just blow past him as if he wasn't even there. And, whew, yes, we'll have to look at the finish there. It shows that Lone Star comes out in first. But check out, that's so bad for Leon James, upside down on the first lap, and he was sitting in the pole position, which would have given him 5 points. So that's going to be a big loss. He's going to have to fight hard to stay in this tournament. And check out Lone Star. I think he was sitting in third place starting position. No, he was in second. Anyway, that was a great first place position for Lone Star. Sitting in our pole position is Misunderstanding, driving for Bay City Diecast, coming from the state of California. Misunderstanding holding a pretty strong lead in front of the group, following closely by Leon James. And oh man, Misunderstanding just takes it to the face on the guardrail. That was a nasty, nasty crash. We're getting reports in from trackside. They said that Misunderstanding took a terrible hit. She's actually up on her roof. We have paramedics and rescue on the scene. And I don't think it's sounding good. From the radio in, I'm hearing. We'll get a camera up there. But checking out a replay, Leon finishes in first. And there they are. We have someone actually being loaded into the ambulance. That doesn't look like it's Misunderstanding, but it's actually her navigator, Darlow, needing medical attention. Darlow's not going to be returning, headed off to the hospital. Thankfully, Roberto has volunteered to navigate for the remaining laps of this race, so Misunderstanding will still have some help there. But that's tough to lose your teammate in the middle of a race. Next, we have El Guapo sitting in the pole position. This is a very good-looking veteran driver for Golden Owl, coming from the state of California. Now, El Guapo has 11 podium wins and recently taking first to the Jeep Jamboree at Lake Ridge Heights and holding a nice first-place position, and Misunderstanding following closely behind. Looks like all of the drivers maintained their starting positions. First place, we have El Guapo. Second place, Misunderstanding. Third place, Lone Star. And fourth is Leon James. And El Guapo is holding the lead with 10 points. We will be moving now into our last and final lap. Again, double elimination, so only 2 drivers will be moving on. And Lone Star will be sitting up in our pole position. Lone Star comes to us from Live Young Diecast, an awesome channel. They're building a new track. Can't wait to see that get finished. Driving from the state of Ohio. Now, if Lone Star holds it together here, I think he can move on. Leon is pushing hard, and so is Misunderstanding, and they rob Lone Star of his first place position. And check out El Guapo. Oh my goodness. The injury, the heartbreak for Lone Star in this moment. And is he going to finish? Okay, there we go. At least he finishes. Oh, Lone Star, you had the pole position. This was your time to shine and get 5 points. Leon, this rookie driver, capitalizes, and Misunderstanding slips in there too. And then check out a Guapo on our 270 turn. He manages to take out Lone Star, and Lone Star, feeling totally defeated, flips around in reverse and manages to limp along to the finish line. And like we've said in last week's race, Pikes Peak is so cool that if you got a little bit of gas in the tank, you'll finish. And there he comes, barely finishing. El Guapo takes the lead with 12 points, and Leon James, this rookie driver, is moving on with 11 points. Hey, I want to thank you all for coming here tonight. We look forward to seeing you on our next race. And if you want to watch more Diecast racing, don't leave the channel. Watch it right here at EP Videos. That's it. We'll catch you on the next one.